Sláinte, and welcome to Just a Quickie. So we're not actually going to have an episode tonight of Sláinte. It's just going to be me putting out a couple of announcements that I need to get off my chest. For those that have maybe watched episode I had the delight of hijacking. I hijacked on Saturday night, hijacked Martin Justin's programme, and gave a little bit of chat. And people have been asking lots of questions, so I didn't think it was very fair that I brought any of my guests on this evening to discuss the product, because I just thought I had a little bit more to discuss about the festival. So, evening, Robert. Yo. Is that because you see sometimes in our little chats, you see, yo? That's a Belfast thing, isn't it? Yo. Especially if you smash a glass. Yo, what's happening? So, yeah, tonight is a quickie. I just want to talk about a couple of things, and it's nice to have these on record. Hi, Nicholas, and hi, Liam. How are we? It's nice to have these on record so people can go back to it. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Even David, Martin, James. Oh, do you know what? It's lovely just seeing people popping on and here. Thanks very much for getting involved. It's nice to have a wee drink as well, so I'm going to have a wee dram. But what I have here, it looks like a bottle of Friend at Hand. That's what it looks like. It looks like a bottle of Friend at Hand. It looks like the Girona 13-year-old Bush Mills, 46%, but it's not. This indeed is my infinity bottle at the moment. Okay? It's a lovely colour, isn't it? And there's everything in here. You name it, it's in here. I think there's about 16 or 17 different whiskies in here at the moment. And decent measures. Lots of lovely big pours, ranging from cask strength, Scotch, Irish, pot still, all the way through to some blends. There's really everything in here that you can imagine. And it smells unbelievable. And what I really should give everyone a taste of this at some point. But it's just absolutely great. And just look at the colour of it. It just looks absolute bra. So I'm going to have a wee drink of this just while we chat. Okay, and we discuss the festival. All right. But some of you will get to taste this, because I think, infinity bottles are great. You can pass it on and let everyone have a wee dram. I think the most expensive whiskey in here, there's a couple of single cask Middletons that are in this one. But it's just been great just putting in little, in fact, there's a couple of redbreasts in here as well. Oh, but the nose is just superb, very buttery. Anyway, bra. Yes, Connor, good to see you. Gareth, nothing wrong with a quickie. Just depends. It depends what you were hoping for at the time. Zoltan, it's a New Yorker saying too. Did they say yo? Are they yo? Bless me. Are they like yo? But in Belfast they're like yo. Dude, it's kind of got like that EO on the side. Yes, Lorcan, I totally agree with you. So it's important that it doesn't become flat. Still a lovely spice on here. Those lovely spicy notes that come through from the pot still. So lots of pot stills in here. Some single malts. I absolutely love it. Anyway, look, I'm just going to sip on this while we just chat. But I want to talk to people, and I want to say thank you. So I have to be saying a good shout out to people who have really bought into the festival, and not just buying tickets. So well done to everyone who bought an early bird pass. Fantastic. I'm really, really impressed with that, and thank you very much. At the moment, ticket sales are not on, so 0 ticket sales at the moment. So if you're trying to find a ticket somewhere, you're not going to find one. Mick, how are we? Johnny, how are we? You're not going to find them. They're not going to be available to you at the moment. Okay, they will start to go on sale very soon. And there's the 4 passes you've already seen. So the green pass will be back on sale. The blue pass, the red pass, and the black pass. They're all going to be on sale. There's NR and R2 passes. So the passes are collections, i.e. you purchase them and you can get access to the festival and parts of the festival other people can't get access to. So each pass is a different kind of access level. There's also a silver pass and a gold pass, which will be put onto the tickets. I am indeed, Brendan. And it's an infinity bottle. So this is my infinity bottle. Although it says friend at hand, it's an infinity bottle. And there's lots in here, lots of lovely juice. Particularly, you know, in fact, there's a couple of those Bushmills collections are in here. It's just stuff that I just thought, I wonder if this works well. Keep building it up to get to a point where I think, do you know what, I've created an absolutely fabulous wee blend. So yeah, chocolatey, some lovely fudgy kind of notes at the start. And there's this beautiful peppery spice. Yeah, loving it. Okay, anyway, very, very hard to make a really good blend. So it's good at the moment. It'll probably start to get worse depending on what I'm putting in. There's a little bit of peat. So I know, in fact, I think I put in some new make cologne. I can't, or did I? Was it new make cologne? No, it wasn't. I put in the oats. I put in the oats, cologne oats, which was really nice. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so passes. Green pass, blue pass, red pass, black pass, silver pass, and gold pass. So silver passes and gold passes are for extreme, you know, festival goers. They are like taking it to the limits. And when I put them up, I want people to, you know, really be serious if you're thinking about purchasing one of them, and have a conversation with me, give me a call and talk to me. So there's a couple of guys that are interested in some of those passes. There's also a white pass, and the white pass is a nominal fee, small amount of money, which we'll put out as a pass that you can get involved in if you don't want to, you know, get involved in tastings directly. You don't want to get involved in yourself in a specific event, but you want to come and experience the entire festival. You can do 100%. We're going to let you do that. Anyone who wants to come along, anyone can get involved in the festival, and we'll make a very small minimum charge for you to do that. So that's the white pass. White passes are cool. It'll give you the basic access. You'll get to see the festival. You won't get access to some of the rooms, obviously. There'll be things you miss out on. But listen, you won't be part of the leaderboards. You won't be part of the kind of game situations or any of the food events or anything like that. You're not going to be part of any of that. But you know, you can still come along and watch the whole festival. You can still ask questions in the live chat. Yes, and designated drivers, Gareth. That's an idea. You know, that's an idea. There's no rainbow pass, Jonathan. It is literally they're passes. These are like festival. You know, get your armbands on. That's what it is. You know. In fact, even if I can maybe get an armband out to people, that could be pretty cool. You've made me think about something, Jonathan. That's an add-on. Should I get wristbands? So you get the cut. I mean, you guys can think about that and let me know. But an actual wristband. So if you bought a pass already and you've got a black pass, you get a black wristband. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, there's a couple of things I want you to know. All right. So merchandise is already available, and that'll you'll start to see that coming online, which is the t-shirts, the hoodies. There's little gilets. There's a couple of different garments that you can wear. There's little hip flaskies, and there's obviously the glassware that we have. So is there a parking pass? Yes, McGuire. There's a parking pass indeed. So there's lots of merchandise that you can familiarise yourself with. I really am not really bothered if you purchase it or you don't purchase it. We've gone into collaboration with one of the Northern Ireland fashion houses here to bring you fashionable, festival wear. I think that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing to do. Shower caps. Do you know I should ask them about shower caps, Robert? I should have asked about shower caps. There's there's lots of wee things, lots of quirky wee things that go along with the festival, lots of fun things that just to make it festival-like, That's exactly what it is, and that's something Gareth, I'm thinking that's not a bad idea, looking at after-party wristbands. Why not? Interestingly enough, if you've signed up already, so if you've been one of the early bird tickets, we're going to get you to sign up to the platform pretty soon. So in a couple of weeks' time, you'll get an email out to you. asking you to sign up. And we want you to sign up early. We want everyone to sign up early. We're going to do a test run of the site, in maybe about a month's time or just after a month's time. We're going to run the site. And we want people to interact with the site. I'll also give everyone who's on the early bird pass the opportunity to take part in the kind of tournaments that we have organised, these kind of like little treasure hunts that we want people to be involved in, lots of fun activities. I want to say well done to everyone who's won something already. Every week we're giving away prizes. We're doing that as a constant because it's it's a festival and everyone likes to win prizes. You go to festivals and you come up against all these different catch a duck, throw a dart, knock down tins, whatever it is at festivals that these things happen. Well done to Brian White. So he did really well. Got lots of people involved in the page. It was lovely to see. Thank you very much, Brian. And I believe you received your bottles of McConnell's. There's 12 winners. I'm not sure if everyone has sent me the details yet, but if you've not, just check the Facebook page. Make sure you send me your details. But I think there's 12 winners for the Dunvilles 1808, and well done for everyone who got people to subscribe again to the page. That was really good. And we're now in challenge 3. So those that are not aware of this and aren't really taking part, because there's a couple of you who really are, and like you're storming ahead. But this is an unlimited prize pool. Anyone, if 100 people won this, I'd have to fulfill 100 orders. So 100, it's just unlimited. As many people as they want can do this. And all you have to do, and it's been working really well, and a lot of brands have been contacting me and saying, here, what's this all about? And it's such a smart way to involve yourself in the festival at the start, involving brands at the very start. And all you have to do, okay, is take a picture of some whiskey, or you drinking whiskey or just whiskey or whatever. Take a picture, all right, ideally with whiskey in it or a brand in it or whatever, and then say that you would like to see that brand or a brand at the festival. Tag the brand, tag the festival, ping it on its social media and anywhere, be it Twitter, be it Facebook, be it Instagram. Put it wherever you want. Collate those pictures, those images over over a 9-day period, and then post it in that you've done 9 of these different pictures. Now, don't do 9 in the same day. Although if you're going to do 9 the same day, I'm not going to criticise you. Go ahead. But I was hoping 1 a day over 9 days, and you've still got plenty of time now to get involved in that. And it's really, really good. Put as many brands out there as possible. So many brands are connecting with us saying, wow, what's this about? How do we get involved? And I think that, I'm keen to get as many brands as possible. I've made it my aim to speak to as many brands between now and the end of the week to firm up on who's all involved. And I'm very keen that we're speaking to brands outside of Ireland to make sure that people understand this is an inclusive festival. We include whiskey from everywhere, and we really want people to try whiskey from everywhere. I know that in the main we're going to be Irish whiskey lovers, but there's a lot of people out here who love whiskey and should be trying whiskey from Scotland, should be trying it from Japan, should be trying it from Europe, around Europe. Do you know what I mean? So the Swedish distilleries. Great to see Macmar want to be involved. And listen, Ernest, if you were involved last year, it's a given that it's up to you if you don't want to be involved this year. So we'll be going back to all the distilleries who were involved last year, and we'll be giving them the option. If you don't want to be involved, totally understand. Like we're not going to force people to be involved. But if you want to be involved, we'd love it. It was great. We had 30 plus brands last year. The year before that, how many brands did we have the year before that? Not only 11 or 12 brands, actual brands being involved. And so it's nice to see the evolution of brands being involved, so 11 to 30 plus. This time around, I think we're easily going to be topping 50, 60 plus brands. And that one of those brands, could be multiples, so one distillery might have multiple brands, but it's very interesting, to see the makeup and how many whiskies that we're looking at. So at the moment, hundreds of whiskies, and I'd be daft not to say that I do genuinely believe that this could very well be, based on the numbers and based on people who have got involved before. I think this could be, without shadow of doubt, the largest virtual whiskey event in the planet, and I'd like to see that happen. And it should be really accessible. Really get involved from wherever you are. And we're going to do one of the competitions we're going to start very soon is looking at countries and looking at, can we entice maybe 5, maybe 10 people in each country, in each location, to get involved. And if we can do that, that's just going to spread the message in those countries and get, more people involved. Because the lovely thing about the platform we're using is that you can all connect. So there's Robert in Sweden who might then decide that he wants to connect with Zoltan in Hungary, and they'll have that great conversation. They can meet each other. They can look at their profiles. Zoltan will be like, oh my God, Robert looks class. He does X, Y, and Z. He's interested in such and such. I'm interested in such and such. We also love whiskey. Let's pair up. Let's do stuff together. For people who are Instagrammers, anyone who's an Instagrammer or a blogger, anyone who thinks they can connect or interconnect around the world should be doing this, because they should be finding people with similar aims, interests. Collaboration work should be huge. It should be through the roof. That's what we want. We want that to happen. We want you to quiz, and we want you to put as much effort into the festival as possible to get as much as you can from the brands. There's no point in us inviting a brand, to come to the festival and they're not getting that interaction. Speak to them, ask them loads of questions, bombard them. Do you know what I mean? Let get as much as you can from them. And remember, you'll have the opportunity at the festival to, hopefully, depending on what you've done, is to taste some of those whiskies, getting the opportunity to drink the stuff. Where's the Belgrove bottles, Paul? I know you have them. Yes, look, here. Australian whiskey, yes. Looking forward to that. Genuinely am. And look, that it takes some doing to get whiskey from around the world to us, but I'm sure we'll get there. And I'm really excited to get Peter involved. Proper excited. So I don't know what other people are drinking tonight, but I'm absolutely loving this. There's something really, it's like really dark in here. It's like a really dark kind of fruit, which kind of just soaks into the gums. It's like a dark cherry or something. William, there's no need to apologise. Don't ever apologise. Now, whiskey and cigar pairing, that's really interesting. So I haven't really thought about that before. There are some lovely pairings. We've got some food pairings, particularly the donut pairing, which might not be available in every country. We're looking at that. So people need to be aware when they're looking at some of these specialised tastings. Some of these specialised tastings will only be available in a certain city. And that's interesting, because I might be able to specifically get to, to maybe do a cigar tasting. Let me have a wee think about it. Let me see if I can pair up. And Zoltan, this is up to you. Maybe you can contact some cigar companies, people who maybe want to do some work with us, collaborative work. At the moment, I don't have a collaboration with anyone who provides cigars. So that's maybe something that you can help us with if that's what you want to see. Because look, I'm happy enough to facilitate whatever I can. This is a festival who wants to facilitate the community's needs. So I'm sure the community's got lots of ideas. Rowan Cole, 13-year-old port for Gareth. Good lad. I hope it's really good. Lee, look, there you go. There's two of you, Zoltan and Lee. Now you're both on the cigar trail. Look, I have no problems with that. I genuinely don't. I mean, I don't, go out there and start smoking cigars, nor do get lots of people to do it. But I think that at the end of the day, if that's something that can be arranged, then sure, why not? I know people are big on their cheese. We're definitely doing some sort of cheese collaboration, because there's a lot of people who have got really into their cheese, and we're definitely doing chocolates. We've got chocolate, we've got cheese. We've got plenty there to get on with. Yes, Foxy's down in Dublin, yeah, 100%. Do you know what I mean? We can definitely do something like that. There's loads of you. Will there be a singles pairing? Do you mean like, Robert, are you looking for a date? Put in a comment here. If you're looking for a single lady, are you looking for us to have like a, what is it, like a, what do you call those things when you're sitting there and you're doing the face-to-face thing? What is that crap? Speed dating? Like something like speed dating? Is that what you're looking for, Robert? Because I'm not too sure if whiskey speed date, is that something we probably could facilitate that. There's definitely a way I can see that happening. We could try it. You have to put it in the comments if that's what you want, because I'm going to have to go back and when I go and read this, it's something I could read. Yup, date night. He's being serious. He is actually speed dating. He is being serious. Guys, he's lost the plot. Yeah, cheese and chocolate, 100%. We're going to be doing some sort of cheese, some Bruce Springsteen with cigar and whiskey. Hold on, I'm not getting Bruce Springsteen in here. Like, is that what you expect? Were you expecting that, Liam? Don't be so silly. But that's a good one. Lisa Corton, you are speed dating, but each whiskey is a new person match. I like it. Do you know what I mean? Look, there's wait. Look, I'm no doubt there's something we can do. And I love mint matchmakers. I love you, Sean. Sean, you're good crack. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Do you know what? I think it's embryonic in some respects. You know, there's a lot of programming done already, you know, to try and understand what it looks like, you know, from the kind of outset. But actual, some of the nitty gritty stuff has not been, you know, completed. And why not? Like, I'm all for something. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You guys, yeah, you've escalated it, Robert. Don't be blaming me. I've not done anything. I'm just come up with, you guys, you know, I'm giving you the opportunity to come up with ideas. The cigar thing, for the cigar smokers, maybe that's a great thing. And I would look to expertise to give me what's the best cigar to go with certain whiskies. I'm not going to be the man that knows that. I know what some donuts go with, you know, because I eat donuts and I eat chocolate, and I know what some chocolates go with. And cake, oh my god, we definitely are doing a cake one as well. But they're just for fun. They're a bit of crack, you know what I mean? And involving food in the festival is very important to me. I think when you go to a festival, you eat, don't you? You don't just get drunk and party. It's the opposite. You know, you want to go and experience everything. You need to eat. You need to keep your momentum up. You know, keep your levels up. Keep your energy going. Power of the cask strength. Do you know what? We're going to have that anyway. So some of these independent tastings, they are like absolutely unreal. Do you know? I'm building up such a collection of eclectic whiskies for people to get involved in. Really excited about some of the post. Some of the pre-1970s, pre-1980s tastings are looking absolutely superb at the moment. Lots of cask strength kind of tastings. We're doing, you know, pairings. Looking at, in fact, I'm trying to do a couple of tastings I want to get, which is kind of parallel tasting, which is looking at the same liquid over the decades. That to me is really quite interesting. So we'll see lots of those kind of things. Pot still swinger. Right, Mick, come on. Come on. You're taking the proverbial. You do know this is recorded, so it's recorded live. It goes out, and then people can come back in here and see all your comments. You know, they're going to look at this and they're going to go, "What are you doing?" Well, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure it looks all right. I'm really looking forward to it. Generally, if people get involved in Challenge 3, they're going to understand what the vault looks like. So if people get involved in Challenge 3, they're going to get some whiskies to join me in a conversation with other people, a little drinking session at the very end of the month. Is there a festival bottle tasting? Now, that's interesting, Brendan. There will certainly be an actual tasting of the bottles that are involved in the Whiskey Festival. So we have, so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 confirmed festival bottles. 5 confirmed festival bottles sold by their own distilleries, not sold directly by us. We're not selling whiskey. Belfast Whisky Week does not sell whiskey. We just don't do that. So we'll be allowing those distilleries to sell their own whiskies. So you'll see that, but we will do a tasting of all those distillery bottles. So we're going to do that. It'll be very limited as to who can be involved, but it'd be nice for those who want to try it. I do also believe that you'll be limited to 1 bottle per distillery. If you're looking to buy a whole set, you have to go to each distillery. You have to get involved with each brand and talk to them and get the bottles from them. I'm not going to be, and I've already had some people do this. Message me, here, can I put an order in for? But listen, I have no control. Last year I had a little bit of control, but even then I still had to send it off to Irish Malts, and Irish Malts had to, do the fulfillment. And really, to be honest, that was mad. People were still trying to buy the bottle, didn't even come to the festival. And you know who you all are? All those people that tried so hard to get a festival bottle and didn't even come to the festival last year. Funny. No. You'll be given a code. The guys who are selling it are really only selling to festival goers, and you'll be a code that you can have access to, and it goes into their shops and their back end, and you'll be able to do it. But you can only do it if you bought a pass and you got a ticket. So here, for all those flippers out there, am I allowed to do that? Facebook might shut that one down. I'm not too sure, but anyway, all I'm saying is, listen, flip away. I'm only playing. Do whatever you want to do. I don't really care. But purchase those bottles knowing that they're festival bottles. I think that's the whole point. And you'll get them, maybe even during the festival. I think that the option is that they're getting launched for the festival, give or take, and around that kind of time. And you might get them, depending on where you are in the world, you might get them to your door, give or take, at the festival. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll definitely, Brandon, 100% be doing a tasting of it. Are Cologne doing a bottle? Not too sure. Is that what they said? Is their master of malt? Who the hell's their master of malt, Robert? Absolutely brilliant. That's so good. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. All right. So, look, anyone, open your festival bottles just right. Although I'm surprised, there's a lot of these bottles. Now, there was a very small amount of bottles physically were sold last year, and that's because there was only 111 bottles total. One smashed, took it down to 110. We then used probably in around about 35, 40 bottles, give or take, for the actual festival, because we did a lot of sampling of the bottle, went out in lots of different packs, and I think there was only really 70 bottles sold. And what we found is that, you know, they're up in auction. People are selling them at the auction. They're not drinking it. Madness, because it's technically an 11-year-old-ish, you know, Bushmills cash strength rum finish. And what's not to love there? And yet people are wanting to flog it for maybe, I think it's now gone 4 times the price it was sold at, which is pretty impressive. Well done, super stuff, great. But at the same time, drink the stuff. So when we've got these distilleries providing, you know, support them, because it's, you know, the whole point about the festival is to support the distilleries as much as it is for us to have a bit of crack and a bit of banter and have loads of fun. The difference between this festival and every other festival that takes place is that I give a shout out specifically to all the distilleries. We have these conversations, you know. So on Wednesday here, we've got a couple of special guests on. We're going to be talking to each distillery, you know, throughout the next 2 months leading up to the festival. We're going to do that because that's how we roll. You know, we're not charging people for that privilege. We're doing it because we want to have a bit of banter and we want to see what goes on. And we want people to support. There's a lot of independent brands, a lot of independent distilleries going to be involved in the festival. There's also some big boys, big hitters, you know, big massive distilleries with, you know, I'm sure mass amounts and quantities of alcohol that they want to get rid of also, you know, that they want us to purchase. But I think that, you know, we want to support as many brands, as many distilleries as possible, you know, and really, like, you know, that's what it's all about. Now, if it's not about us supporting them, there is no industry. We don't get to drink all the great whiskies. I can't put in all these whiskies into this. I just love my infinity bottle. I might give everyone a wee taste of this. All the prize winners for Challenge 3 might get some of this, I think. Do you know what I mean? Just so they can taste it. There's something about them. Anyone, also, I mean, I know that John Daly, Whiskey Craft, IE, has supplied us with our cask for our experiment, our barrel experiments that we're doing just now. So many people, I think we've got at the moment 20 people doing cask experiments at the moment, using lots of different seasonings. So people are out there doing Madeira, port, sherry. There's all that also the PX. There's people doing red wine, rum, lots of different cask experiments going on, using lots of different lots of different what do you call it? Yeah, whiskies. So cask strength whiskies. So, you know, there's lots of different things going on. We're going to actually give away a cask in the next couple of weeks as well. So we've got lots of prizes. As I say, there's prizes all over the place. We've got some bags, some little ornaments. We've got tickets to give away. You name it, and we just keep it going because I think it's a bit of fun. You know, it's not. It's not. It's nothing other than that. If people aren't enjoying the festival so far, I know we're in the slow run up to it. You know, doing these little tasting. You know, these little conversations are just run up. I'm just noticing a massive conversation here. I'm missing most of it. So where are we? Okay. So yeah, not everyone has kept them closed. Well done, Mick. I know that. Grants, Robert. I don't know what you want me to give you a grant. What is it? Or grants? Do you mean William Grants? Do you mean like William Grant's whiskey? Come back to me, Stephen Quinn. Did you Ralphie to sign up? Did you Ralphie? Do you mean did I get Ralphie to sign up for the festival? Do you mean Ralphie, the one and only famous Ralphie YouTuber? If message me back in here if that's what you mean, because I don't understand if that's what you're meaning. Sarah Kennedy, what two dancing women? What does that even mean? I'm going to guess from the text speak that just means partay. What was challenge 3? I got a bit confused. Challenge 3, William, is quite simple. Challenge 3 is so much crack. Take a picture of you drinking whiskey, whiskey related picture. Take the picture. It has to be your picture. Don't be stealing other people's pictures unless you're willing to tag in the distillery and specifically that whiskey into that picture. Take the picture, put it on any social media account, anything, and tag in and say, I would like to see such and such, the whiskey, at their distillery, whatever it is, the brand, at Belfast Whisky Week, and again tag in the two. So tagging in, all you need to do is tag in the distillery, the brand, tag in the festival. Boom. Do that 9 times. Send a screenshot of the 9 different pictures to the page, to me, to the Belfast Whisky Week group, into the group so everyone can see it, have a bit of crack with it, and you automatically win. Doesn't matter. There's no other limits here. 100 people can win, 200 people, 300 people. It doesn't really matter. 1,000 people could win this, and I am guaranteeing them that they're going to have a wee drink with me on the 30th of the month, so the 30th of April, and you'll get 6 drams sent out to you. Doesn't matter where you are. We've got stuff sent all over the place, and let's have a bit of crack together. All right. So try and get involved in that. It's a bit of fun. So yes, interesting. Ralphie Mitchell, the living legend. Stephen, I do not have Ralphie on the books. If Ralphie wants to come to this festival and wants to be involved in this festival, I will 100% be happy for him to be involved in the festival. I would love that, actually. So maybe I can contact Ralphie. I'm not too sure if he would take my call. He definitely will not know who I am. There's no doubt about that. I'm well down on the pecking order. I'm probably 1,000th on the list of, 100, and I'm way, way beyond that. So, look, if he wants to be involved, yes. And if anyone wants to contact Ralphie and let him know that we're well up for him being involved in the festival, 100%. I will endeavour now you've asked, Stephen, to contact Ralphie. I will ask the question. I will try. And we shall see how we get on. Ralphie's dream come true. Don't charge him, Paul. Be nice. Listen, I don't even know what you're on about, Brendan, but you're funny. Loving life in your cask. Oh, yeah. You have a cask. Sorry, sir. You're indeed. You have a very small 2-litre Hungarian oak. You've gone for port finished. Hopefully you had enough port to do the seasoning. Probably. Can dogs Instagram account also? Can my dog's Instagram? You have a dog that has an Instagram account? I don't know, Liam, I'm not too sure, but I saw that someone sent me, Peter Galbraith, where are you? I can see him. Evening, Paul. It's a Connell 16. Good on you. Well, I'm on an infinity bottle, and there's no Connell in it, but there's lots of Redbreast, high-end single casks, Middleton single casks, Bushmills collection. Lots of really, I'd say per shot. I'm not sure exactly how expensive this infinity bottle is, but it's bound to be, this is probably bound to be like at least 40, 50 quid sitting here in this glass right now. Do you know what I mean? For the amount of stuff that's in it. But anyway, Peter Galbraith, let's go back to that. Peter Galbraith actually sent me a video, which is not a dog, but it's a cat, and the cat likes wine. That's all I'm saying. So look, if you have a dog's Instagram account, post away. The dog can win the prize. I will let the dog. In fact, maybe I can put doggy, treats in the box and send it to the dog. I'm happy enough to do that. I'm posting a real good brand tomorrow. Any guess? Robert, I don't know. You're keeping me guessing. You're just doing it. Just popped open the Zoltan's Granny Dingle single malt. Wow, good gear indeed. Let's have this. Let's see. I'm just going to randomly just click on everyone's comments tonight just for the crack. Look. Dit, 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 dit. This is good crack, eh? Pete Hastings, excellent. Look, I'm just popping away here. Jonathan Mears. Arena Stanker. That's a lovely name. Oh, there's Arena. Yes, good to see you. Robert. Look, I'm just popping on everyone's comment just because I kind of keep forgetting I can do this because I've got a little finger that actually, can press on the screen and lets me do it all of a sudden. A boy Gareth Spence must be on it. Is he on it tonight? He's on the Ronco. James Boland, yes. Sean McDougall, what about the pineapples? Is Ian Garrett even on the chat tonight? I don't know if he is. Sometimes he misses me. I'm not expecting him to be here all the time. And look, we've had some massive ideas tonight. But let's recap on a couple of wee things. One, tickets will go on sale very soon for individual events, but the passes go back on. They're the first things to go back on. So the 7 different passes. We've got the green pass, the green pass, the blue pass, red pass, and black pass, the silver pass, the gold pass, and the white pass. Those passes will be going on. Yes, dead on, Liam. Those passes will be going very soon because there was a lot of people who messaged me saying, look, I didn't get on the early bird thing. But here, look, at the end of the day, the passes are still there. They're just not getting the early bird option. And then the single tickets, so single ticketed events, every event's a single ticketed event, and they will come online in the next couple of weeks. And we will run through this opportunity with everyone who's purchased a ticket. Everyone who starts to purchase tickets will be allowed to register onto the platform, and you can all put your details on there. Become the most amazing online profile that you can imagine. You create your wonderfulness. No one's going to question you. If you're going to use it as a speed dating technique like Robert, try and be a little bit honest, because you don't want to look like a potato. Like if you look like a potato, don't make yourself look like to be a princess and then turn up as a potato. Understand that, Robert? Do you know what I mean? Don't make yourself out to be Mrs. Potato Head. Okay. No one's in Egypt, Robert. Oh, Robert. No one is in Egypt. Don't be silly. Look, it was just nice to get people involved at an early stage. Look, and people are taking risks because a lot of people are like, oh, what is this all about? But if people understood, like I was doing a conversation with the guys today, and we're talking about how much we progressed and where we would come from. So 2019 was meant to start off as 7 tastings over 7 days. That's all the festival was meant to be, 7 tastings, 7 days. And it turned out, even in that first year, we turned out 18 tastings in 10 days. And it included 11 different brands specific to the festival, or 11 different distilleries to the festival and brands. So it was big at the time, and within around about 400-ish participants, people coming from the south, we had Americans popping in, people who were just here in Belfast, who were just here for the fun. And look, last year, when we decided to go fully virtual, we took those numbers sky high, in terms of we had well over 750 unique participants. They were people who had purchased tickets to be involved in the event. We had well over 1,000 people actually coming and going through the festival, which I thought was great. And we had plus 30 different brands and distilleries. We also then, because of the online element, we were allowed to bring in musicians. So again, we had well over, I think it was over 30 different acts that we had. And again, something that we want to expand this year. So we're putting out a call. We haven't done it formally yet, but I'm looking for 18 DJs. I'm looking for 20 comedians. I'm looking for 30 artists. So there's a call. This is what we're doing. We're looking for these things. We're putting the call out as soon as possible. We might put the call out later on tonight. 18 DJs. Okay. I'm looking for 20 comedians, and I'm looking for 30 artists. And if you want to put suggestions in, if you want to message me suggestions, you want to tell people when you see the post, you want to tag people into the post, go ahead, because we're really keen to get those people involved. We've got some camera, we've got some photographers already on board. So Michael Hooley, great to have Michael Hooley back involved. He's been involved the last couple of years. Absolutely an unbelievable cameraman. Grace Fagan, again, shout out to Grace because she's going to be doing some work for us as well. Really proud to get her involved. Stuart Drennan, he's an award-winning scriptwriter and producer. He's involved now helping us producing the actual event itself. Because it's not done by one person. It can't be done by just me. There's lots of people involved. So we're looking for lots of people to do lots of different things. There'll be people that we're going to take on and get people to work at the event itself. So when you see them coming out, if it's something that you want to be involved in directly, then let me know. And if you know people, then tag them in, get them involved. Really good to support local artists. Really want to see that happen. And if anyone knows any very good street artists, and I mean graffiti artists who are legally trained and allowed to do certain pieces of work, who don't just do it on the fly, who actually do it for real, then let me know, because I'm very interested in working with them. Just like we've collaborated now with lots of different types of artists doing lots of things, I really want to support people. If this festival can reach out, support brands, support businesses, so we're going to put a call out for pubs and venues. We really want to support pubs and venues around Belfast. I know some people might say, well, what about the pubs and venues around Ireland or indeed other parts of the world? Yes, I get that. But this is Belfast Whisky Week. It's trying to entice people back to Belfast, bringing Belfast to you if you're not in Belfast. So, yeah, I'm very excited about getting people, thinking about Belfast, what we have to, authorise, and what we can, and what we can actually give to people. Belfast has got lots of things going for it, and we want to get that message out there. I'm just seeing a couple of things here. Let's have a look. You use airbrush, of course you do, Robert. Yeah, sure. Risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Indeed, Ron. Well done, Connor. Good to see you this evening. Facebook auto captions once again making you look like the French policeman from Hello Hello. I don't care what those Facebook captions are doing. It's Facebook. It's what it does. I don't think there's a way for me to turn it off at my end. Maybe there's a way for you to turn it off at your end. I'm not too sure. That's interesting. Will Cowman bring his 1 minute whiskey to the festival? We could always ask him. I could ask him. Why not? Do you want to ask him, Robert? You ask him. You get Michael to give me a wee call. Although I know that he's actually meant to be speaking to me about something completely different. So we will have a conversation with him pretty damn soon. We can maybe ask him on here because he'll be on Slunch at some point, I think. So we'll get him on. There are plenty of comedians. You've been one of them, Sean Carty. Don't be hiding. Pisspot161. You got the Joker. I have no idea. Who is the Joker? Oh, are you talking about Liam Brogan? Or Brendan Carty, because they're the Joker cards. Michael Lawrence Hewitt is a qualified fire breather. I'm sure he is. He did say something silly, didn't he, on his resume? Is that what he is? Well done, Al. You're scared of his beard. Don't be scared of his beard. Did you see Joe's beard already? That's a beard. That's a beard. He actually spoke like that because he was actually an English spy who spoke to terrible French. Connor, I'm loving the two Connors are going to have a conversation about Hello, and we're talking about the festival. Listen, it's been a bit of crack tonight. I'm sure there's lots of things. Keep an eye on the page. That Facebook page is very important. Get yourselves involved in the Facebook page. Get involved in the challenges because they are fun. And I've already, people know that the prizes are real. They've been turning up at people's doorsteps already. So when you get your prize as well, let people know you've got your prize. We want people to be jealous, obviously. No, we don't. But we just want people to know that they're real. If you're going to be asked to do something as a community, then you should be rewarded for it. and obviously we want to reward people properly. So look, Sláinte, enjoy your evening. Definitely tune in on Wednesday night because we have a special guest Wednesday night, and looking forward to speaking to them. Could I get Van Morrison to do a gig? Peter Galbraith, you are. Do you know what? Interestingly, it would be nice to do something with some high profile musicians. I have no issue with that. That'd be really good. Last year we really wanted to do some high end comedians. Now, a big thing with high end comedians is that guys who are on the telly, comedians, really want an audience. They're not comfortable talking to nothingness, and so that's going to be interesting. And I'm really looking for local talent. Remember, I'm looking for local people to do it. So Van Morrison, that'll be interesting. Thank you, Lisa. Very kind, Lisa, the way you're, excellent. Thank you very much for joining us. You go ahead. Listen, Lee, excellent. Good night, Sláinte. Have the crack. See you Wednesday, okay?